Hello everyone, our group name is ACE and we have 5 members. Today we're gonna be presenting our report about the company IBM. And for our content, there are gonna be 7 parts separated and including the conclusion and references. It's basically about the IBM, the company, and the details on its products and how its computing facilities are and its websites and how the IT technology is influencing the company and the conditions before and after the company introduced IT to its daily operations and the implementation of IBM security risks. And we're going to conclude everything we find and with our references. So for me, I'm going to introduce the corporation first. And by the way, my name is Zhu Mengchen. And for the IBM company, it's an international business machine. Basically, it's a global innovative company and operates in over 171 countries. It has consistently changed to focus on higher values and more favorable area. It includes selling individual PCs and servers operations to Lenovo. And in 2015, it declared that it would cease operations if it continues to develop semiconductors, but it has transferred production to worldwide foundries, and the overseeing foundation management until will be outsourced to its global innovation business by the end of 2021, which is this year. And currently, their revenue is more than $18.75 billion. And for its organizational chart, it has spread out around the globe and establishing administrations and companies in more than 160 nations and places. The gaming sector, IT outsourcing, and several open industries are among its advanced innovation fields. And the firm has made changes to its support frameworks for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 titles. And it stated that it has achieved IT outsourcing of administration in more than 38 nations across the world. And to support this, they made up their organizational charts. And coming to the next part, it's going to be its details of its products. IBM is a multinational corporation that makes and distributes computing equipment, middleware, and software, as well as providing management consultancy and assistance in a variety of areas, from centralized computers to nanotechnology. Their main products are mechanized cash dispenser, so basically the ATM machine, floppy disk, hard disk drive, appealing strike card, social database, SQL programming dialect, standardized UPC tag, and the free trial, equipment, benefits, management resources, applications, API, and information set are the 8 pieces that make up the system. They presently have 650 corporate clients all around the world that use their goods and services. So I'm finishing my part and I'll hand it over to my group mate. Thank you.
Big Blue, as it is called, began with computers and has excelled in that field for decades, eventually becoming the dominant provider of centralized computers. In 2010, IBM promoted industry mix adaptability in areas including cloud-based management and cognitive computing. The company's high visibility advertising was brought into this next field of innovation where IBM wasn't a cognitive farming work, where IBM is still a big IT company. It no longer has the monopoly it once had in the centralized computing area. In 2005, the firm sold its PC division along with the CEO of IBM, who had previously managed IBM Worldwide Administration, to Bench. The ThinkPad series of notepads was a part of the PC division. The businesses were merging at that time, and IBM Levon's choose management provider was IBM Levon. IBM sold another device dealership to Lenovo almost a decade later. IBM's database, known as DB2's QMF, contained real SQL and gave DB2 the same QBE appearance and feel as Archer. DB2 is a IBM-created family of information management components that includes database service. The first embraces social proof, but the question the social highlighting and non-relation formats like JSON and XML. The branch name was first created as DB2, then DB2 until 2017. After that, they expanded their database architecture for database chief numerous times, including the extension of database use mediated by DRDA. IBM uses SSL technology is the industry standard for setting up a encrypted connection between a web server and a browser. All information transferred is kept confidential thanks to this secure connection. Unnecessary downtime is also caused by overload or topographically distant servers, which degrades the guest experience. In many situations, shady or misconfigured servers completely block visitor requests, preventing access to websites, online apps, or APIs.
Hello, my name is Liqiang. Let me talk about the four-part IBM's website. So about IBM service technology, it contains IBM's management consulting and worldwide innovation administrations, which among other things provide the portabilities, organizations, business consistency, and outsourcing are two of the IBM's service divisions. IBM, like other big IT management firms, move on the purchase cloud, consulting, and the use monitoring startup Blue Wolf, a Salesforce channel partner and a cloud expert. IBM's Smart Cloud software. The IBM Smart Cloud initiative and the management promotion began in 2011. The acquisitions of the software layer innovations INC, a framework as a service provider by IBM in 2013 was the first move in the directions. Smart Cloud and the software layer were merging into the cloud management department as a result of acquisitions. So about IBM's cognitive technologies. IBM Watson supercomputer is the company's flagship advertising for the cognitive computing. Combining manufactured knowledge with expert software. IBM's cognitive computing architecture and associated research has used service breakthroughs and the distinctive pieces. Customers may utilize the Watson APIs to integrate quantitative computer into their applications. For example, IBM also has an article with quantitative abilities built in. IBM Watson Web of the Scene staging and IBM Watson Analyst for the social media are two of their stories.
Hi, I'm Zhang Jiayu. Today I will be talking about IBM's IT influence. So first of all, I will be talking the IBM sales. IBM collaborated with computerized promotion organization to create a custom computerized social offering platform that matched their industry-specific requirements. Interior deals have been rebranded IBM computerized deals to reflect a unique service that thrives at intersection of social and computerized involvement. And secondly, the IBM's use of e-commerce services. IBM is altering its customer loyalty strategies to keep up with consumer habits and share their involvement. IBM has built an e-commerce consulting services that distinguish them and their clients by executing the finest e-commerce agreement and exceeding retailers' and customers' expectations. And thirdly is the IBM's advertising. IBM's marketing strategy includes large investments in both traditional and online advertising, as well as specific expenditures to educate potential clients and raise brand recognition across a variety of product lines. And lastly, the IBM's customized system. So IBM has a value-added offering, the VAO, that provides and tailored services to its clients and is available to give assistance to beyond the scope of SWMA and may be delivered remotely by one of IBM's global support center employees. For your information, SWMA is used to address short-term issues and inadequacies. So the advent of technology innovation has provided a much needed boost to the IT sector since it provides fascinating and unexplored ways to think about and engage with the technology. We will almost look at what IBM has to offer, including e-commerce, advertising, and tailored benefits, all of which are influenced by their IT infrastructures. And that's all for my part, and now I will pass to my group mates.
Hello, this is Zhu Jie. I'm gonna present the part of the 6. IBM's IT presentation a few years ago grew to include commercial electric typewriter and other office devices. They manufacture anything from commercial scale and mechanical timing devices to the meat and cheese cutters, taps, and also the punch card for commercial and rental use. In the 1940s, the IBM CEO carried out typical transaction, liberal deal generator, a center of customer advantage. A solicitation for well-grooming, dark-clad entrepreneur and had a tremendous order for deep-seat company pride and the dedication in each one. Especially their income is 9 millions, ID said a while back. They began working on their IT foundation in the 1940s and were focusing on the Mac-based framework in the 1950s, with the system of the 360 family of centralized computer innate and astonishing advance in the 1960s. IBM unveiled a comprehensive range of hardware, software, and benefit programs to keep clients with a big blue as they need change. Switching brand was also costly because most of the application was custom written by in-house software developers and operate in a single brand computer. By resisting government antitrust actions and the disapproving of clone maker, The monster gained recognition, security, and equipment, and became America's most recognized corporation. They created PCs that provided the control they need and were far easier for customers and also the admin to use their multi-million-dollar centralized server. IBM was the first to offer a popular range of microcomputers, which were also widely utilized. Clone producers undercut IBM, but chip makers like Intel and the software businesses like Microsoft benefit. Currently, IBM's revenue is over 77.87 billion USD. The last part is implementation of IBM's security risks. IBM's implementation of their security risks is given below. When confronted with a difficult situation, IBM's IT security is jeopardized. Whether you are dealing with a data breach, a skills shortage, or preventing regulation, you must balance the appropriate amount of security management with your company objective. Technology advancements such as operational innovation, cloud, web of things, and the quantum can also thwart IT management efforts. They are vulnerable to third-party security threats and compliance difficulties. To improve IBM's security odds, they first identify their weakness and how to fix them. This is sort of the security insight may give a trust advisor who can help you ask the questions, a proven strategy to win from the perspective of an experiencing outsider. Use and show up. They seeking to find a hidden security flaw that might expose their operations to data breaches, administrative breaches, or other risks to could affect their reputation and the bottom line. So here is our conclusion. IBM is known for its IT facility and their personal computer, hardware, software, and other IT-related service. In this assignment, we discuss IBM's IT-related products and the service and the IT-related activities they perform for their organization internally and externally. Also, I want to thank my team members for their effort and teamwork. Thank you for your watching.